And matter whether you must try to look at the antecedent of lawyer involved. And because if you don't, and you just say lawyer in an umbrella way, you get a bad result.
I don't know how that applies because bond is not a lawmaking body.
No, what I'm saying is this.
So
talking about our own, it is just terrible.
Yeah, so let me just stick to what I know about the focus for today. You know, about these elections and what you said about Section 179, you know, but there are several lawyers also who think that what the issue should be is, one, if Section 1791 says a candidate for an election to the office of the governor of a state shall be deemed to have been duly elected to such office where, being the only candidate nominated for the election, and then A, he has a majority of yes votes over no votes cast at the election, and B, he has not less than 1/4 of the votes cast at the election in each of at least 2/3 of all the local government areas in the state. So they think that these are the regular stipulations upon which, if the candidate fulfills this by simple majority, whether it's 5, 10, or 15,
yes,
he ought to be declared winner.
Okay.
Is this true or false?
It is true. I've said it. So the question is this: why do we now bring the guideline made by INEC, Section 153, to bear on these constitutional provisions?
Should it be discarded?
It should outrightly. Because let me say this particularly: that's what because law is for man and not the other way around. The quantum of money being used for elections in Nigeria can make the life for people better. And so for anybody to play with this thing and say, okay, let's go and do rerun, at whose cost?
So why do you say INEC is right? Because at some point you say they're right, now you say...
The question I'm saying is, the question is this: because they are allowed to declare election inconclusive, pursuant to the guideline made by themselves, which has been tested by law and given judicial nod, then they're right. So the question, like you said, Chimale, is that why should they be given that power? Right. It should be removed.
Let's go to break. I was going to say let's go to court. We're back in a moment. Join us again. Welcome back. Concerning those cancelled votes, now I know that there are people who are asking, so what happens to those who were genuinely denied opportunity to vote, either as a result of no fault of theirs or something, but they just couldn't vote? Now, in determining how you arrive at the total number of cancelled votes, should INEC be relying on the register or total number of those registered to vote in those areas, bearing in mind that, look, all of those who usually register or whose names are in a register, not all usually come out. Even those who have been accredited, in most cases, until INEC changed it, it's those who have got the PVC who get in there who actually vote. How should we be determining those who were not able to vote?
Those who are not able to vote, it is very difficult, because one thing INEC must do is this: the issue of voter register is very paramount to any elections, because it's on the basis of those number of people that you have planned the elections. You've made provisions for ballot boxes and everything, not on those who have PVC, because sometimes as you look at it...
No, I'm talking about how they arrived at the total number of cancelled votes, for instance.
They look at the register of voters in their applicable polling units.
Should we be looking at the register or those who have been accredited?
The question is this: they will look at the register, because that register also confers legitimacy on the process, because don't forget that before the elections, there's a number of days for which those registers must have been displayed.
Yeah, but those who are accredited also have their names on the register.
I agree with you. But as far as the law is concerned, voters register is very paramount and must have been displayed for a certain number of days prior to the elections. So you cannot now come together and say, okay, because only 25 out of 115 the polling units has a PVC, have come to accredit. So we consider that when we're looking at whether election in that polling unit should be cancelled or not. That also becomes subjective.
When you look at looking ahead, 2019 now, the elections, a lot of people are contemplating, as a matter of fact, some are predicting there's going to be a close race also, whoever comes out as the ticket bearer for the PDP, the APC, and other parties. But if INEC is using these guidelines to draw up its conclusions, What does this portend for 2019 general elections?
Well, I look at issues in an umbrella manner. The build-up to the election in some states and some other states in Nigeria that have had elections, like Ekiti State, for instance, now. My problem is this. The government in power goes about to campaign and say, we must retain this state. Our president says before the election now, which is said to be inconclusive, the APC must retain Osun State. But the question is this. Osun State does not belong to APC. It belongs to the people of Osun State, and they should choose their leader. And that is what the law says. If you say that Osun people should vote for my party, I agree with you. But if you say that APC must retain Osun State, I will add to it at all costs. Because retain means that, and this is the kind of thing we'll be seeing, it's inconclusive. Every material legal issue that you can use to abuse the Electoral Act itself will be brought to play. And you agree with me? So as to achieve the meaning of our party, PDP, must retain so state. Our party, APC, must retain so state. APCA must retain so. I think it is wrong. To me, it's like a predetermined desire to rig the election in that state by the party that has hold on the state apparatus towards elections.
All right, one counterpoint. Mr. Dele Oloke is the chairman of NBA Ikeja branch. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you very much.
That's the show today. We thank you all for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm Chamberlain Oso.
And I'm Gimba Umar.
Bye-bye. I'm Neo Taigbe.
The views and opinions expressed by guests on this program are those of the maker and do not necessarily reflect the views, opinions, and endorsement of Channels Television.